Nice. Okay. Are we simply live? Mmm. Ooh, a couple casual peanuts here. Mmm. All right, let's get this kneeling mat set up. That's nice. Okay, we're kneeling today. Switching up the posture. Trying something new. Releasing the gas. Releasing toxic gases. Because I did have a lot of tacos yesterday. Yes, I did. Oh, they were some mighty fine tacos. I'll tell you what. Buildness Day. Buildness Day, okay. Once again, I'm very late. This is not 9 a.m. Pacific at all. This is 10:30 a.m. 10:26 a.m. to be precise. The degeneracy in this stream. The degeneracy.
Hello!
I don't mean to disappoint you guys. I'm just trying to figure out what I can and can't stream. Learning about my energy levels. But I'm actually feeling sick. I don't know how that happened again. I was already sick like 4 weeks ago. I couldn't go to the pool this morning. But hopefully I get better soon. I just feel like a swollen lymph node, a huge swollen lymph node in my throat here. And that's why I'm eating a ton of peanuts on it, to help with the lymph node swelling. Oh well. Today we're going to be doing some software building. It is the Wednesday, so Buildness Day. We're going to build something. I really enjoyed the literature review stream yesterday. I thought that was so much fun. And I really get into the newest ideas. Phys review letters was a banger over the last 4 years. Anyone who's not watching Phys review letters needs to open their eyes. Science isn't wasting its time or money participating in the political discourse. Oh gosh, yeah. And to think that we only looked into Phys review letters, there's so many journals we could have looked at. It's going to be so much content and unlimited content well in that review stream. Tuesday's literature review, yeah, good times. But Wednesday's here, yeah, we're building something. We're making software. Well, maybe we're drafting software anyway. I got a little bit of music on in the stream today. I know I don't usually play music, but again, I'm just feeling a little sick today, a little under the weather, so music's helping to kind of ease that anxiety a little for me. But if it's too much for stream, let me know. I'll turn off the music. It can be annoying, I get that. I often like to have a streamer on in the background, and just the voice is preferred, or if there's assets for a game. I don't mind hearing it. I like to hear the game assets. No, happy Wednesday, everybody. Yeah, it's good to be up. It's good to be puttering around here. Yeah, we're working on something we're calling Stream Companion. Just picking up where we left off last week. And I know that I've got a regular stream schedule that I'm trying to stick to that is a struggle, but I am mostly showing up most of the days. Heads up that I will not be showing up next Tuesday. I will not be here. No. And next Wednesday, I will also not be streaming. Maybe in the night, but not at 9 a.m. Pacific, for sure not. I'm going to be celebrating my sister's birthday with her. But Friday, I'll be back on Friday. I'll definitely be doing Factory on Friday. I normally do Factorio a little bit. But I've been playing so much Satisfactory in the background. I'm like cheating on one Factory game with another. Salacious. Salacious. It's just that Satisfactory is so good. And I finally built drones for the first time. Legit. Feels good, man. Yeah, so I'm just using some Markdown to draft up the notes to kind of, in really extreme detail, describe the system and the software dependencies and the interfaces. This is so that GitHub Copilot Pro, which we just paid for this morning, so that GitHub Copilot Pro can figure out all of our code. We used up 92% of our free quota. So we signed up for the free 30-month trial of Pro. We had to enter a credit card for that access of a free month. So I'm also expecting to pay for a month of rebuild, at least. And if the service is good, at $10 US a month, maybe we'll just enjoy it for a bit. It's really nice to explore a new tool and a new companion, especially one that can help me to draft a little complicated project overview. I think we're pretty much done the draft though. I think today we're generating code, kind of right away as well. Let's see here. We've got this description with the project overview. It creates a web overlay that's hosted locally, and then you use that web overlay as an OBS browser source. I'm also saying that the project creates a web admin portal where you manage the overlay. So it's kind of like you got your private little website where you manage the OBS overlay. And then you've just got OBS who has the overlay and is looking at it. So all the animations, the sounds, the fun tickers, polls, counts, whatever it is we want to do. That'll all be part of that backend and management panel. I remember last time we took the extra effort to get into the nitty-gritty details here. Oh, that's so fun. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, heck yeah. Can I zoom in on just... I don't know. Yeah, we took the extra time to define elements, compositions, and the layers, which we're calling control panels, to form a flexible system for creating, organizing, and controlling your system. Okay, I let the AI write too much. That's true. I let it write too much, but that's all correct so far. The elements are like animating text or playing sounds or responding to a chat event or invoking a call to a protocol or an AI bot. And then elements get added to the configurations, which are compositions. So the compositions group multiple elements together, and it kind of creates the idea of a coordinated effect. The composition itself has all the parameters for tuning the timing and the animation sequence. And if there's some kind of hook or interaction associated, like if we listen to chat and chat says the word Wumpa Lumpa, maybe we want something fun to happen. Maybe there's a secret word every day that chat could say. I think that'd be weird and we would ruin chat. I'm not actually recommending this, but for the sake of argument for the software. So hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. That feels better. And so I also added the idea that compositions should be able to be like saved or duplicated, and that you can then add those compositions to overlays, so that now you have the power to kind of build tool sets like you do in OBS with scenes and sources. So control panels are kind of like the different backend pieces you'll need to throw switches on. And the compositions are like the scenes, and the elements are the sources. Yeah, I've effectively added a meta layer of control panels on top of sources and scenes in OBS with this tool. I mean, not precisely, but it serves the same purpose. It just allows us to abstract all the dependencies on animation libraries or on APIs. We get to abstract API control, so we can do fancier things, in other words, with our chat interactions. Elements perform actions. Compositions arrange the elements. And control panels organize and manage groups of the compositions for live operations. So here's some example use cases. I thought that'd be useful for the tool. Creating a new and animated sequence. How about just an animated sequence? Thank you. Creating an animated sequence of images and videos using media in the library or from a predefined file path. Playing predefined sounds or capturing from the mic and using that as a source. Triggering any sequence by a chat event or a button press in the admin panel. Listening for a word on the microphone and triggering a poll to start. Love that. If we can think of more use cases, we'll add them in. Yo, Nanobug, what's up? Happy Wednesday, my dude. Welcome. How's the day going? As usual, we're reviewing our README of the software spec. If our stream is like a companion stream, well, you leave me open in the background and you should get your ass to work, because I'm working my ass off over here. Christ. No, this is a guilt-free stream. We don't work here. We are curious. We engage. Oh man, yeah, and I don't know shit about what I'm talking about here, but the core technologies that GitHub Copilot thinks are going to be relevant are using Fast API. I used to be a Flask user in Python, but I think Flask has kind of had its moments. It still works for small-scale projects or prototypes, which makes it appropriate for this project as well. But just assume for the sake of argument that we want to scale this project up one day. And maybe have multiple instances that are hosted on a cloud server. Like, it's possible, theoretically. although I'm not sure how far the software is going to get. I plan to use it myself. And although I'm not versed in the Vue 3 architecture, I think that it's standard. I know that as a Nextcloud user myself, Nextcloud's using all Vue components. So if I learn about Vue through this project, maybe I can help out with some of those Nextcloud components. That wouldn't be the worst. Nanobug, you had an all-rightish day. Oh, you had a massive headache most of the day. Ugh. I'm super sorry to hear that. That's debilitating. I really struggle with the cerebral pain if I was going to have it. I so rarely get a headache, but when I do, I'm down, down, down. Oh, and your blood pressure's up, dude. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Nextcloud is nice. That's one of my favorite pieces of software to be popping off on. I need to start a new instance. I've been upgrading an instance since like Nextcloud 10 or something. Not Hub 10, but like Nextcloud actual 10 or 19 or something. Like it didn't migrate well. And now my database schema have the wrong row types. It's crazy. I have such legacy Nextcloud instance. That's why I run backup so hard. I'm panicked. It's gonna die in a minute. Well, I hope you can do some things to get your blood pressure down today. Anyone who's feeling a little panicked or anxious, I find it's important to take those deep breaths, but to hold them. You can't just let those breaths get shallow or short. Give yourself the space to take deep ones and to hold on. I feel it. Oh man, you guys are gonna watch me look so stupid trying to figure out this tech stack. Jesus. Look away, children. Look away. Grandpa needs to check the documentation for Vue 3 with TypeScript, even though he doesn't speak TypeScript. I mean, a little bit, but not really. And also, no experience with Pina for state management. I hope that's obvious. I'm less concerned about the animation libraries. Like, as a jQuery user, I expect a certain standard protocol or a set of animations. And GSAP and Anime apparently are so popular, I'm expecting documentation for those as well. Yeah, thinking about high blood pressure, I've started going to the pool. Today was the first day in 15 days in a row that I didn't go. But I did real good in general. Not almost 15 days. I also had a Saturday at the start that I didn't go. So it's been 2 days in the last 16 that I didn't go. So I've had a really great start. And I do feel more relaxed. I do feel my blood pressure is down and my heart rate is down. I mean, I'm always thinking and popping off like 100 miles an hour in my head, so it's hard not to get hooked into these ideas. You think about people, you think about your past, you think about what's coming for the future. Sometimes you have fears. It's a lot going on. So just getting to the pool and being in a hot sauna and a cold pool to swim a couple laps, it's really just loosening up my core, loosening up my hips, which is taking away a little bit of those synaptic fires that are coming through painful channels in my body. I think it's been a big part of my health decline, I guess you'd call it, over time. Everybody is dying from the moment it's born, right? It's okay. I mean, babies are clearly growing, but that doesn't mean they're not dying. Yeah, and then I'm going to look silly here, WebSocket. I don't use Python WebSocket directly, but there's no reason not to. And native ASGI interface, fine with that. With WebSocket, if that's supported and easy, I'm open-minded. Database SQLite with async access, yes please. Making the web server a fast API application, and then providing 3 routes. Overlay, the management portal, manage, and an REST API endpoints for external control API. Okay. I'm not allowed to double click on things. That annoys the crap out of me. Oh, man. Okay, it also drafted some idea about the chat platform integration. Knowing there was a unified chat interface, prepared for Twitch, YouTube, Discord, extensible platform registration. Yeah, we got to get a Discord channel running here on this channel, eh? I think it's time. I think maybe I had one. I built one. I don't think I put any links to it anywhere, and I don't even have Discord installed anymore. It's time to get back on that train, I think. Good, a unified message queue for all of my separate streams, platform agnostic command system, common emote badge handling, and cross-platform user identity. Thank you. I need to be able to track and appreciate my users, no matter where they come from. Although the idea of a cross-platform user identity, I'm not sure how the system would identify an account in Twitch and an account in YouTube that are somehow the same person. How would you know? Maybe I would be able to code that stuff in myself and provide permissions to someone on a higher level. That seems appropriate. Yeah. And then I can correlate with existing known users. So maybe we're just making a note here about logging, chat logging, also optional user identification, optional user account. It's the identity, right? Cross-platform user identity, and then the ability to link identities. Even within the same platform is the truth, because if I know that someone has multiple of the same Twitch accounts, like because they're a troll or something, then that's a feature for keeping, for moderating and controlling troll behavior. It's not just for rewarding my great users. This can also be a tool for helping to moderate. Integration layer, that's kind of where I want it. Platform connection management, unified state tracking, shared resource handling, ability to link user identities. Ooh. Nice. And here in the event architecture, kind of a standardized event system, platform-specific event adapters, unified alert triggers, common reward mapping. I'm not sure what common reward mapping is. Let's talk to GPT about this. Copilot, please. that a silly question? How do I open Copilot? Excuse me, please. Thank you. Okay, getting a terminal here. That's fun. Nice. We'll talk to the agent plan. Ask. Edit. Whoa. We'll just ask right now. What's this? What is common reward mapping? It refers to mapping Twitch channel points, reward points, or similar specific reward systems to actions in the overlay system. Oh, I see. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Okay, common mapping. Got it. Okay. Fast API, Uvicorn. Oh, give me one moment here. Just need to receive a call. Okay, we back. Oh, there we go. Oh, you've got a tech question you can't get the answer to. What's that? Wait, SATA versus SAS? Wait, are you talking about SASS? Also, bullet point, explain. Define. Just to make sure we're on the same page here. Because SATA connects to the fat copper bridge inside the motherboard, right? Oh no, it's got slower throughput. Oh, you're talking about SCSI, for God's sake. Serial attached SCSI. SCSI was fast, right? Higher speed options and above. But it's serialized, right? So it depends on how many drives you're talking about. But not SATA with SAS. You know that SAS works with SATA, but SATA, that's definitely true. SATA does not work with SAS. That's correct. Yeah, you don't see a benefit with one or the other? No, it just depends on what the interconnectivity was on your devices. Yeah. What drives one to such madness, Nanobug? What drives one to such insanity? When's the last time I heard SCSI as well? Who's selling SCSI interface? A discussion with a friend, yeah. Does he have some SCSI devices sitting around his house? Red alert on the friendship, my dude. You know that's a nerd. If someone's got a stack of SCSI devices somewhere. Red alert. Oh, shit. No, you just... I know, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. All my good ones are... A little off in the head. My besties. Okay, a bunch of technologies I don't know. We're gonna find out what that's like. Hopefully GitHub Copilot knows how to write those. Jesus. You know, I haven't watched any critical reviews of using AI to write the code. I haven't watched any like YouTube videos or haven't read any papers about it. So I don't even know the common pitfalls I'm running into here. If we're gonna get chat to write all the code. We're gonna find out what that looks like. Cool, it knows about chat integration. Okay, a couple notes on media rendering as well. I just wanted it to support basic image formats, basic video formats. And I know this is asking a lot, but audio control and playback, but that's what makes this overlay good. It sounds fun. And in addition to the kind of media rendering, the animation features, fading and scrolling and bouncing, color effects, transition timings, just basics, things you'd expect in PowerPoint, you know, at least PowerPoint level. Oh, excuse me. Well, let me take a moment to moderate the chatter. Chat kind of went on its own at this point. It was like, it's going to be a dynamic overlay system with a single view application architecture. Template-driven configurations with JSON manifests, real-time state updates with WebSocket. Dude, if this is how it's done, I'll take it. We'll find out along the way if that's bad. And then we're specific about how our original design links into the Vue framework. The Vue component types are going to be alert components and text display components, media player components. So Vue will be like a very bare bones, bare metal interaction framework for us to connect a higher level perception where we group those animations and things together in what we're calling compositions. So hopefully that works. Hopefully that works and isn't dynamic enough, you know, so we could build whatever we wanted to build. Yeah, I assume JSON is like the best way to write templates and manifests. I mean, I normally use YAML as a particle physicist, the yet another markup language. But if people have recommendations for manifests, then I would take those. JSON just seems ideal because we're already communicating in JSON between the web interfaces. So JSON's it's the natural language. Okay, good job on the kneeling, everybody. My back is plenty sore. Let's sit on the chair. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Switching up the position, switching up the posture. Getting a second lease on life, possibly. Let's go. We're not going to pay the second lease off, though. Don't tell the company. We're just going to drive this model into the ground. And as far as I was concerned, a little bit of asset management goes a long way. File path validation, media library integration, and local file system support, it's enough. That's enough for getting the files in. And I tried to be specific about what the template lifecycle looked like. I wanted the system to know we're planning to create an edit in a management UI, and we're planning to export and save these configs so that we can give it to someone else or make a copy very easily in a pragmatic way. Really just importing and loading save templates. Let's see here. Live preview and instant deployment. Actually, yeah, I shouldn't overlook that. That's huge. I do want to be able to just see all the, like, basically for the system to be an editor for these compositions, in addition to managing the media and providing the hooks to the chat backend. So it's a big system. It's a big system. The main units of the system are each template. Okay, hold on. Nice. Okay, each template can be instantiated. And these are not just templates. These are... Let's be specific. Animation features, chat integration, media rendering. Here we are. It's not just a template. These are templates of composition. So it's each composition template, right? Compositions combine multiple elements into a coordinated effect. Control panels group the related compositions to let you manage them live. Each control panel appears as a tab in the admin interface, and panels organize compositions for different scenes. Starting soon, stream highlights, chat poll. Yeah, perfect. And those compositions are all just kind of omnipresent or enabled or disabled as we see fit. And I should clarify that only the current control panel, only the widgets on the current control panel are active. So only compositions, they group related compositions together. Only one control panel, do you have to capitalize that? Is considered active at any given moment. Control panels appear... no, I like the original language. Each control panel appears as a tab in the admin interface. And selecting that tab... I don't need to call it. And selecting that tab sets that tab as active. When a control panel, capitals. When a control panel is set as active, we set, or I will say that control panel's compositions become enabled. There we go. I'll say they become active. Compositions that were previously enabled. I'll say active compositions, newly active compositions that were previously disabled remain disabled for convenience. When a composition in the current control panel, in the active control panel, is enabled, the composition is rendered and becomes live. Panels organize compositions for different scenes. I'll just say in this way. Control panels organize compositions for different scenes. Control panels are the organization. Yeah, they organize. They organize compositions for different sites. That's right. They manage and organize. I'm just going to say both. Nice. Okay, nice work, everybody. Just clarifying those finer points. I'm not sure if the system was picking up on what we were saying with control panels. Each composition added to a panel has its own management widget for quick control. You can create multiple panels, each with its own collection of compositions. Just like elements, individual compositions can be enabled and disabled. Here, let's always capitalize compositions. They can be enabled and disabled from the control panels in which they are found. Think of control panels as your command stations where you trigger, adjust, and monitor your overlay in real time. That's exactly what I was thinking. So elements perform the actual actions, the individual actions, I ought to say. The compositions are the arrangement of elements, individual audio, chat interactions, OBS interactions. And the control panels organize and manage the groups of compositions for live operation. They manage groups of compositions and provide a graphical user interface for operating. I'm not going to say operating, it's for changing their parameters live, for live operation, yeah, of each composition component. Let's call it a parameter. And do we describe parameters in compositions? Let's just see. Timing, layout. Yeah, let's just say the word parameters. Compositions combine multiple elements into a coordinated effect, into a coordinated parameterized effect. Yeah, they define how elements appear, animate, and interact on screen. A composition defines parameters for timing, layout, animation sequences, interaction types, hooks, and triggers. Exactly, okay. And each composition can be saved, duplicated, or customized. Compositions can be added to one or more overlays, control panels. A persistent composition with one configuration can appear across multiple control panels. Compositions are what OBS actually displays through the browser source. Okay, that's not true. Elements are what OBS actually displays through the browser source. Let's watch our language on this. I'm just going to wipe that out. No, that did not add anything. Less is more, to be sure. And then I go on to describe control panels, and then we go on to describe some use cases, and then we get into the technical architecture, and then I've got a lot to figure out, and there's chat platform integration. Okay, system requirements. Deployment and development. Docker for isolated local deployment. Local storage for media assets. Check. Network access for Twitch integration. For chat integration. Chat or server integration. Yeah, I think it suffices to say. Modern web browser support in OBS will be Chromium-based. Nice. These are pretty basic requirements. That's part of the big overarching theme here, is that this overlay can just click in somewhere. Simple. And sticking with a Python 3.11 backend, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're developing in 3.14. Not really sure why we selected 3.11. Let's just ask Copilot. Should we update this? Question mark. Backend, Python 3.11 plus. Should we update this? No, it's still the right recommendation in 2025. Whoa, the async performance increased in Python in version 3.11. 10 to 60% faster than in 3.10. Whoa. So Python stepped up its asynchronous communication game to help promote the packages for highly distributed software architecturing. Interesting. Better error messages. Thank you. Type hinting. Thank you. Yeah, I do have 3.14 installed. And it won't be released until October. I mean, it was released. That's right. That's right. It's released. It's official. I'll just say it's November now. So they're recommending 3.12 as the current stable backend. Let's go with that. I've heard enough, I think. 3.12. Here we go. Fast API, UV Core, SQ Alchemy. Wait, where's getting these pieces? This is the back end for, let's see, system requirements. This is kind of messed up, isn't it? Yeah, the back end here, and then feature specifications. Oh no, that's okay. Where's my RimWorld? Oh yeah, turn off the random here. There we go. Optional Fast API admin and optional admin UI with video file handling and a sound effect library. Interesting. Media queue system on the back end. What is it referring to here? Let's just ask, in the context of this system, how can we simplify or clarify or complete the backend specification around this? Let's give it a whirl. Write the code, Chad. Let's see. Answer the questions. Oh, there's orphan bullets under Fast API admin. Holy goodness. So this is supposed to be a high level of video file handling, sound effect library, media queue system. It's missing core dependencies as well, like SQL Alchemy. Here's a cleaner, more complete specification. Yeah, let's do that. That's not going to work because I edited the code. Interesting. Okay, so it's going to go into message processing, and it's going to keep chat logging. Yes. And then, yes, keep what I've done. That's right. Yes. And then keep what I've done here. That's right. And then keep what I've done here. Keep what I've done here. And then keep this, right? Core framework, Python, fast API, Unicorn, Pydantic, SQ Alchemy. Oh, good, it's grouping it. Okay. Real-time communication. Chat platform integration. Ooh, Discord.py, let's go. Well, it'll be fun to be writing Python to connect chat. That's fun. Some development tools here using PyTest, PyTest Async IO, Rough, and MyPy. I think we're going to keep that. That's much more comprehensive. I can't believe we're still editing this document. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't believe we're still editing this. It matters, I think. Like, I want the chatbot to figure out how to write this code, and I know the specification has to be complete, pedantically complete, for that bot to have a hope in hell. Because even when it's absolutely clear, the bot's going to get it wrong, right? At best. We should fix the formatting on this, though. Because backend is the section, and then core framework is somehow more important. I think we can just get rid of these extra formatting pieces. Yeah, that's a lot better. Backend now becomes a header, and we've got core framework, database and storage, real-time communication, and chat platform integration, media processing, and development tools. Wow, that's way clearer. Deployment and development, the backend, the chat integration, the media rendering. I think we just need to remove all the bold in these areas. It's just like unfortunate. And the bold on these things? Yeah, maybe I can just in general. And this technical architecture, now this seems like duplicate, right? Or it's... No, well, that's clear. I think that's clear. Oh no, that's not nesting, right? Oh yeah, here we go. Command system, moderation, event handling. Oops. There we go, get that music up a little. I wish I had my nice headphones on today, but sadly I left them elsewhere. We're enjoying all the tinny sounds through these magical little earbuds. Okay, I feel good about this now. Management interface, let's see. Modern responsive web dashboard, component management. Okay, I see each composition template can be instantiated 0 more times within a control panel. Excuse me. Instantiated 0 more times. An instance must be associated with one or more control panels. I'm not going to say it must be. It can be. It can then be associated with one or more control panels. An instance has an associated management widget. An instance, a composition instance. A composition has an associated management, let's say each. Each composition has an associated management, each active composition. That is, compositions in the active control panel, if there is one. Each active composition, that is, compositions in the active control panel, if there is one, has an associated management widget in the admin web view. Each control panel has a tab in the admin view, which can be clicked to make that control panel the that control panel active and deactivate all others. Done. Nice. Okay. A modern responsive web dashboard, component management, file management, configuration system. So development and deployment has a section called backend, but then technical requirements has a section called backend. That's fine. This is fine. It's comprehensive. And then there's some performance considerations which are advanced. Okay, official website picture. Media optimization and strategies. Oh, music's getting excited. Note on the view performance strategy? Sure. I don't know much about this. Virtual DOM efficiency, computed property caching, event debouncing, throttling, asset lazy loading, sure. State batching with Pina. Okay, we talked about using poetry or pip, but really we were thinking about using what is it called? Not Penguin, but Puffin, which was recently renamed to UV. Sure, rough for fast linting, PyTest with PyTest async IO for async tests, and Docker Compose for optional isolation of services. Awesome. Quick local run. Yeah, I want to roll this out as a Docker system, so I think this is okay to leave in the description. It needs all the view transitions there. It needs a list of timeline animations, and I don't know why I have more performance optimizations here. Sure. Okay, and it's going to talk about multiple platform support in the future. Let's not talk about that yet. Maybe the stream statistics overlay could be future pieces. I'm fine with that. I don't think it's even important, really. Let's just not even talk about it. Okay, that's draft one. That's draft one. What's this? Let us commit this. Magical commit message. Cool. Nice work, everybody. A little commit there. 48 insertions and 35 deletions on the README. Once again, just slogging into that README. Love it though. I love to look at the rendering on GitHub itself just to see how it looks. Looks great. And once we get some screenshots, we'll tuck screenshots into this technical description. And we might still amend this technical description. We're coming through. You know, it's just one step at a time. Yeah, I really didn't have much to eat yesterday. I think I just had 3 tacos. They were really good tacos. They were really good, though. But I was awake all day. I'm just not feeling great. Why these peanuts are so smoky and delicious. Right, so let's get started. What first step can we take for drafting code here? Let's just ask. Based on this README, what's the first step as a professional developer to getting started in developing the application? I mean, I want to see this task broken into steps. So if chat comes back with no steps here, we're like, what? And if it comes back with steps, good. Cool. Initialize project structure and dependencies. And I think we figured out virtual end last time. We just got to crack open the terminal. Okay, run and debug. View terminal. Control backtick. There we go. Cool. Does it remember our previous commands? No. Sad. So to enable our virtual environment using UV, because I don't have any memory of the... UV is not a command. It's a Python command, right? All right, well, let's just check. Do we have a current venv? I think we do. Check our Explorer. Yes, we do. So we've got a current. And then create a skeleton main Python file. Activate my virtual environment. Yeah, I've already got it. It knows it. venv scripts activate. Is that going to work? Let's just try it out. How do I know if that worked? Kind of looks like it didn't work. Right? Is there any output? No, it just kind of activates, but there's no visual indicator to show that it's in a virtual env. Or is it that dot? No, it's not. Okay, did that work? I executed this. How do I know if it works? Could you help me? And this time we'll ask the agent to do it for us. Could you help me, please? I'll check if the venv is activated by looking at the Python executable path. Yep, run it. And checking for the venv prefix in my prompt. No, yeah, it's not in the prompt. Oh, and it couldn't run that. The term pip wasn't recognized. Pip command was not found on the system. It found Python. Ugh, but it couldn't find pip, my goodness. Your prompt doesn't show venv, so the issue is activate.bat doesn't always work in PowerShell. It's designed for the command prompt, so the solution is to use the PowerShell activation script. Allow. I think we need to save this PowerShell activation script. Okay, that did work. It activated the virtual environment. Gosh, did you guys know that? PowerShell's got different standards than command. Oh, it's so sad. I mean, of course it does. It's a totally different language, but it's just so disappointing to see the lack of effort and consistency. They didn't even deprecate previous versions of command. I mean, how could they? It's Windows. Okay, that totally worked. And the agent knew that it was activated. It told me that it knew it was activated because the prompt is showing. It can read my Python path from the terminal. Like, this is sick. The agent reading my terminal output, that is so much faster than me putting it into the web. For real. Okay, so that's venv. We don't have any files in static, template, or app. I'm just going to delete those. Because who knows if we'll actually have them. Oh, activate.ps1 for PowerShell. Let's go. Because I'm using PowerShell. I guess I could have switched to console instead of terminal. Can I choose a different type of terminal? Change. No. Change the color of the terminal. Oh, that's fun. Okay, red. Red's the Blood of Angry Men here. Let's save that script here. We'll just open up in our stream folder a new little file here. Just dev scripts. Maybe we can actually give this a real name. Let's call it what it is. We're going to rename dev scripts into a directory, but this particular script is activate venv. And this is PowerShell. .ps1. Is that how we're calling PowerShell? Yeah, PS1. Because maybe I'm doing a folder here called dev, and then in dev I'm doing a folder called scripts. Not totally sure. Yeah, let's move it. I'm just going to ignore that for now. /dev. Yeah, nice. Okay, great work. It's activated, and it's working. So now pip works. Thank you. Pip 25.2. Sick. Sick virtual environment. That's good. Yeah, what's the next step? Yep. Validate the environment, create the foundation, provide the feedback loop, enable the incremental development, and follow the README spec. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's getting real specific, yeah. I don't want to use pip to do the install. Let's use no. Let's not. Let's use to do our development. Package management. Yeah, I don't want to use pip directly. I want to use poetry by default, you know, so I want my TOML files. Okay, yeah, install UV. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, what do we got here? We could tuck me overviews out of the screen here. Oh, I don't necessarily work as well, but I could go in the top right-hand corner as well. Yeah, hold on. There we go. We just got to add the music pack. Perfect. Welcome to the top right-hand corner, everybody. It's offering to run the pwsh command, the UV init name stream companion, no readme, no workspace. Add fast API, UVicorn standard, Pydantic settings, SQAlchemy. It's just going to go for it. Run it. Run this PowerShell command. Let's go. UV init. UV init. Whoa, that was fast. Whoa, that was fast. Did you see that? Did you see how fast that was? That package management? Whoa. Whoa, and what's being said now? Whoa. Creating a project folder structure. Great. UV installed all the dependencies in under 3 seconds. It certainly did. It certainly did. Note that UV created its own .venv directory separate from your venv directory. Uh-oh. 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 Do we need to restart this? Yeah, hold the phone. Let's remove all of our VNs and start fresh. Let's remove our existing VN and start fresh with UV's instance. I remember this from last time. Scam virtual interfaces. Okay, let's do it. Let's back out and fix it. Oh, we're just going to delete them all. Tell me that's not going to screw up the whole world. Let me just exit virtual environment, or deactivate, yeah. Oh, it ran deactivate first. Okay, respect. It knew. Okay, did it actually get rid of the old environment there? Oh, it did! Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, let's fix this execution policy as well. And this time, we activate in .vm. Perfect. Uh-oh. Oh. It knows about if it's gonna check for the versions here. Good. So far so good. And we are inside of the virtual environment. That also worked. Okay, we update our development script here. Okay, we got another issue here. Hold on a sec. Yeah, see, we don't have UV installed on the system either, to be real. Yeah, we need to install. It sees it. It sees that UV was installed in the old VM, which we just deleted. Let me install it system-wide using the official installer. Absolutely. 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 Update the path? Wow. Yeah. Is that permanent? $path equals... No, that's not permanent. Okay, and then it asks to run Python, verifying the environment is working using Python version and pip list. Oh, it works. It works. Let's go. Got UV in the system. Sick. Man, this GitHub Copilot, I gotta say, it is saving some lookups. Is it not? Is it not? Or am I getting everything wrong? Am I getting everything wrong? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out the worst way too. We're gonna rely on these AI tools all the way into development, and then we're gonna find out how terrible things are as we begin to look at the documentation and go backwards. So let's see here. Right? That's the most efficient path. It's the most efficient path for testing out these AI tools. That's the opinion I'm taking. Okay, it's creating some core project structure and files. The app, the API, the core, models, schemas, the media folder, data. Nice. And then test that the application runs. All right, let's test that the application runs. Oh, it did indeed add these files. And here's uv.lock. Where's my project? Here it is, pyproject.toml. Perfect. So UV finished its init command, and we got a whole system running now. SyncAIO, Fast API, Pydantic, Python Socket.io, SQAlchemy, Unicorn. Excellent. Yeah, hopefully that's good enough for the Python. Yeah. Let's run it. Run UV run, and there's the killer command, right? UV run. Uh-oh. UV is not recognized as the name of a commandlet. We need to install UV inside of this. Look, we're not inside Stream Companion anymore. We need to open up the VM. So now it's adding my local bin to the path and trying again. UV run python app/main.py. And that does work. From app.core.config import settings, module not found. No module named app. Interesting. What? What are these different commands? And now it's trying something with Uvicorn. It's like UV run Uvicorn app, maybe. Did that work? And it's like, I'm hosted on a port. Would you like to share it over the internet with my Tailscale funnel? Sure. No, I don't think so, actually. Okay, a lot of things happened there, especially a lot of errors. Keyboard interrupt. Looked bad. It looked really bad. Return future.result. Async IO exceptions. Cancelled error. During handling of the above exception, another exception occurred. Keyboard interrupt. Okay, that's a good thing, right? This is the feature. Application startup complete. Warning, watch files were detected in the changes in my virtual environment. Init files, interesting. There's a lot of stuff in here suddenly, right? What's in the app directory? API, the core, there's models, schema. Okay, pydantic schemas, good, okay. Models, database models, got it. Application configuration settings, nice. Base settings config. I love this pydantic settings. I love what I'm seeing here, but I love this. Can I see documentation for this package? Uh-oh, I skipped over what we were doing there. Oh, the server started successfully, but the -- reload flag is causing constant reloading due to watch file monitoring. Oh, yeah, the application is running on this. Let me stop and restart without watching this. Yeah. Oh, we need this, yeah. So let's stop the running. Pending changes from chat. Uh-oh. Terminal, UV. Is it not running? Yeah, we're keeping all these. Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep those files. I wish I hadn't interrupted our workflow development with this question. Nice. Base settings is a class that you inherit from to create settings classes that automatically load configuration values from multiple sources. It handles the task of pulling values from environment variables, .env files, and other configuration sources, while also providing type validation and conversion. When you subclass base settings, as you do with your settings class, as I do with my settings class, I get all of the functionality built in without writing manual environment variable parsing code. Sick. Gee. Cool. Okay, let's try running the main loop again. So do I always have to do a reload exclude on this? Shouldn't we use the exclude on .venv again? You're right. The constant reloading. Yes. Yes, fix it. Holy heavens, fix it. So here we go. This is how you execute in our development environment. Dev scripts. New file. Run.ps1. There it is. Very good. Yep. Runner. Got unexpected extra arguments. Uh-oh. Why is that? Extra arguments .venv include .vm's /. Oh, it's auto completing on the path. Interesting. And if I execute it with the AI, it doesn't. Oh no, it does. It does have the same problem. Does it know that it had a problem? Yeah, the glob pattern is expanding incorrectly. That's right. Oh, you specify the reload DIRs. Love that. And this time it's watching directories data and app. I mean, maybe it should be watching models or schemas and stuff. I'm not sure. But for sure data, that's going to change. And if the application is hot reloaded, then it's should be taken care of automatically with the implicit tech stack. Okay, perfect. Server is running. Theoretically, it is indeed. Welcome to Stream Companion API version 0.10. Oh, status running. Let's go. All right, the project has launched. She's running. Love it. Stream Companion AI. It has none of the features we described so far. We do have a loop running, and we even got AI to do most of this, even though we had to intervene several times along the way. Okay. It's so cool. That's fun. Okay, apparently it's got endpoints for docs, the redoc. Is that true? Holy crap. Oh my god, we have a redoc API. Successful response. Health, fantastic. Oh my goodness. There's also the root endpoint. Yes, that was the root endpoint we saw. And there's a health check here. Status okay. Look at that. Where are those endpoints located? If we look into our directory tree here. How do I just hide terminal for a little bit? Because I can only use control. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. Yes, indeed. Let us see. Where are the definitions for... It's not in the API. Is at the core of the app. Oh, I see. App contains all of that. Okay, so then data's separate. Okay, this is great. So we watch media and app. Do we even watch media? What's media for? No, we just watch app and data as folders when we execute. Fast API executing. Well, actually, it's Uvicorn. It's Uvicorn. Okay, here's the config. Here's main.py. Let's just take a super quick look here. Create the Fast API app, check. Docs URL, check. Redoc URL, check. And that just comes built in to Fast API. Oh. Oh. And then we get this CORS middleware for the front-end development. Yeah, I've always had to struggle with that with Flask. You have to configure your hosts in Flask manually. Allow credentials. Yeah, there's the key. Ensure the media directory exists. Mount the static files for media assets. Wait, if that's media, then what's inside the data directory? I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. It's a media directory. I don't know what data is. We'll find out in time what the system's thinking. So let's see. We got a root endpoint. Settings.application name. Dude, that's fantastic. And where's settings defined? Factor share. How do I see where it was defined? Let's get our helpful UI assistant again. Where is that UI assistant? The UI assistant is here, perhaps? No, maybe it's... Whoa, that's... I split the terminal into two. Okay, fun. Do I just have to view... Copilot? Where's Copilot? Where's Copilot? Is this Copilot? Open a remote window. Completions. Open menu. Nope. Sure. Yeah, install the recommended Python language extension. Sure. But how do I open up the... How do I open up Copilot? Key in VS Code. Open Copilot inline command pile. Control Enter. Okay, that didn't work in Vim mode though. Alt backslash. Open Copilot chat. Control-Shift-I. Okay, Control-Shift-I. Thank you. And can I hide it? Okay, Control-Shift-I worked. How do I hide it? I don't think Control-Shift-I works again. No. It does not. Okay, nice. We have a successfully running application here, and by poking a little bit deeper into the code, we found out in main.py the definitions for those endpoints. We've got root, we've got a health check on health, which just automatically returns status okay when it's health, when it gets accessed. And the main loop in Python accesses here. We import unicorn, and then we run app.main:app, whatever that means. And the host gets all the settings from the same object that everyone gets their settings. The port gets the same settings, the reload gets their same settings. From debug, port, and host
Go to definition, F12, thank you. Oh my goodness, I didn't have the Python extension installed, so I didn't have refactoring and definition management. Oof. Glad we got that. Okay, I could probably hide all this stuff over here, right? Yeah. I mean, how much do you guys want to see even? This bar could be helpful too. Why not? I mean, I want it to be readable for chat, but it needs to be readable for me. It's just so big now. Here, I'll pull this back a little. Can I hide this minimap? Yeah, let's just hide the minimap altogether, then we both win. So settings is an object that I just instantiate straight up as a settings object. And that comes from the subclass of base settings from Pydantic, which is a base class for settings, allowing values to be overridden. Okay, Pylance has detected type annotations in your code and recommends enabling type checking. Would you like to change this setting? Yes. Python analysis, type checking mode. Oof, I don't want to do, yeah, I guess I could do strict. I mean, should I do standard or strict? Standard, right? And now there's a workspace setting, and for the workspace, I'll set it to standard. Looks good. Whew, this program is practically writing itself, I can see. Gosh. Okay, base settings. This is the base class for settings. It allows values to be overridden by environment variables. Awesome. It's useful in production for secrets you don't wish to save in code, and it plays nicely with other Docker compose. All the below attributes can be set via model config. Whoa. Looks good. Very comprehensive. Pydantic. Very comprehensive. And so we access app name, app version. Debug is a boolean, true. And look at us doing all of our typing. App name is a string, app version. I like the typing here in Python. This is nice. Host is a string, port is an integer. Now the problem I have is that this is coded into the code here, but we should be loosening this up. These should be parameters. And in settings, anything can be overridden by a .env file. So let's just ask a question about that. Let's just ask. Now that we have our settings instance, how do we easily adjust the port without changing the code in production? Just to make sure, we're picking it from an env file, right? Yep, using a .env file. Thank you. Create an env file. Insert a cursor, insert a terminal. Pass at runtime, override everything through the Unicorn app. Yeah, that's possible, but I don't know why I would do that. Best practice is to add .env to git ignore. Never commit the sequence. create a .env.example with dummy values for documentation. Okay, let's add .getIn.env to get ignored. Is it Control P here? Oops, .env, please. Yes, let's create a dot env and a dot env as well. Nice. Nice, okay. And we also create a .env file here for our own purposes. Is it Alt-P? No. Oof, so many keyboard commands that are not correct, yeah. So there's like Control-Shift-P, and then there's Control-Alt-P, or Alt-P? Nope, Control-P. Not Shift-P. It's not just P, is it? No, P is paste in my Vim editor. We're figuring out the commands, folks. We're figuring them out. Let's say keyboard shortcuts for VS Code. Open and close command search. And file search. It says Control P, but that is just not the T. Control P goes up in my editor. Control Shift F. Nope, that's search view. It didn't work. I'm using the Vim editor. Yeah, in VS Code, yeah. I see. Do Control-Shift-P no matter what. Yeah, understood. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with this. It's one extra keystroke for the system access, which I rarely use. That's completely fine. Cool. And by default, we have .env features, so let's use one. Let's try opening a .env file. We'll change the port here to 8002. And then we'll try executing the code again. We can just open the terminal, right? Okay, here it is. Okay, nice. And let's just repeat the last command. Okay, I'm specifying .port in the unicorn app. That's not right. That's not right. Let's execute main.py. Okay, that couldn't happen. Module not found app, and I need to activate. We absolutely need to activate first. I want to execute the Python. Do I actually want to execute the Python though? We do want to just use the standard app execution method. Right? Here, let's throw this terminal away. We'll just repeat the last one. The thing is, I don't want to specify port. I just want to pull it in from the file. So let's see if it pulls in port from using .env. It totally did not. It totally did not. It used 8000. And confirmed, we had a .env file. And we were using 8002 in the env file. Wow, being zoomed in on this is not ideal. Okay, here's a UV command. That makes a lot more sense to me. Let's shut that down. And we're using UV run uvicorn. Yeah, still hosted on 8000 though. Let's throw away these extra terminals here. Oh, yes, I would like to restart, thank you. Oh, yes, do restart it. Let's just hand this command back and ask if there's a better way from the AI. So here's how we're launching using uvicorn. Here's how we're launching now. It's not picking up the .env values. Or the port. So what's up with that? What's up with that, man? Oh, the issue is that I'm passing host directly to uvicorn, which overrides settings. When I pass command line arguments, they take priority over the values in the fast API settings. I see the issue. If it uses settings correctly, but when you run uvicorn app main app directly from the command line, it bypasses that block entirely, which overrides everything. And then I'm manually passing host, yeah. 1. Don't pass host or port to uvicorn. That's easy. But this won't use my settings either, because uvicorn doesn't know about them. Well, so definitely not that. We have to run via the Python module using our settings. Yeah. Okay, let's try that out. Let's try running directly from no module named app. Oh, it changed run.py. Well, it created a run.py as well. Try running with the startup script. UV run local run. Let's go. I think it's not clicking into the virtual environment, is the truth. Oh, that did work though. and port 8002 was started. It picked up port 8002 from my .env file. Fantastic. So I can UV run Python run.py, and is it using my virtual environment? Is this running in my virtual environment? Yes, when I use UV run Python, it automatically uses the UV environment. Wow, UV completely solves this issue with the environment as a middle layer. Oh, that is so good. So good. Oh, that is so good, yeah. Let's absolutely save this. Import sys, print, yeah, here we go. Where was the command I ran? We update the path, and then we just run UV run Python run.py. So let's just pop into our DevTools. Run.ps1, here we go. Run raw with, oh no, that's the same thing. That bypasses the app directly. .env. Run via Python module, reads.env in standard settings. Oh my god, that's what I was going to say. Oh my god. What's happening in my editor? Power is evoking out of nowhere. Yikes. Did you see that? The whole line was generated out of nothing there. So what if I just add like a try? What about run? No, it knows. Wait, what was that? Run via run.py. Reads.env in standard settings. And then if I say run via app.main, reads, it's not true. It's just not true. But it has an idea of what's correct. That's so weird. Oh my god, vibe coding, what's happening? I don't trust it. I'll tell you now, I don't trust it. Crazy what's happening now. I gotta say, this GitHub Copilot is huge for someone like me who has a high analytic capacity. If you're someone who can figure problems out, GitHub Copilot, it's a Copilot for you. If you're struggling to figure out problems or to frame ideas, maybe it's not so useful. But if you're able to articulate what's going on or to interpret what it is describing is going on, you're on a different page. Perfect confirmation. So let's get her launched on 8002. Started reloader process using watch files. Started server process 22,424. Okay, let's go. And 8000 is now down, but 8002 live stream companion status running. Download the OpenAI specification. Very simple. Oh man, it's got everything though. That's wild. That's so good. And the health check, same thing. Of course, it's all working. Cool. That's wild. Okay, that's wild. We are writing code straight up. So we've got our loop running. We've got UV accessing its own virtual environment. And we've got just the reminder of the scripts that get UV running. I'm not super familiar with UV, so it's just nice to have everything written down. I'm just keeping these in a get ignored file called run.ps1, where you can copy an executable to run the code here. And it's picking up .n parameters automatically on its own. Crucial. Huge as well that that's happening. And ChatGPT, or GitHub Copilot, excuse me, was able to navigate us through why that wasn't working and to check which ports were working. It just saves me so much time for engineering and architecturing. I don't want to have to learn how to do all these precise things necessarily if these are really standard known approaches. Checking for the open ports, checking for a closed port. I don't want to have to do that by hand. GitHub Copilot's doing it automatically. So yeah, let the parties absolutely ride on. Nice, okay, we'll just close up these configs. So implicitly, by defining settings and base settings, you do get to set the defaults, and only in the .n file can you kind of mess with it, and it's fine to do so. It would be weird to override the version settings of the application using .n files. That'd be weird. Let me just say that. It's weird that it's possible in our project to override the application name or version name. Maybe that's not weird. Or version number. The application... Is it weird? And this is not an agent, it's more of a question. Is it weird? Because shouldn't it be fixed? Yeah, it's a bit weird. App name and app version shouldn't really be overrideable via environment variables. They're part of the application's identity, excuse me, not runtime config. Let's fix that in config.py. Oh, there we go. Get those application constants fixed. Yeah, that's correct. This needs to be changed in config.main. Config.py. Make those changes. Shoop. Yes, from Pydantic, keep. And then remove these settings in the version. Okay, yeah, but debug can be set to true. Debug is okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. What's this last part about cutting out the model config? I'm not sure about removing that model config part. We actually need the .n file, right? We're getting validation errors here, but I'm busy configuring. I don't think I'm getting rid of that. Settings config dict. And then update main.py. Yep, Yep, that's right. We need to import the version and name level at that higher level. Thank you. Okay, Pydantic validated. One validation error for setting app name. Control click to open. Where exactly? There we go. 21. There we go. I got a validation error for one thing here. Oh, I see. It moved the model config to the top. I see. Got it. What's going on here? We're still having a Pydantic issue with validation error in settings. Settings equals settings. Seems fine. Also check your .env file and remove any app name or app version entries. Yeah. App name deleted. App version not specified, thank you. Let's try again. Nice, okay, party, let's go. And it is still on port 8002, perfect. Health status check, okay. Cool. Okay, and .env is getting picked up, and config is absolutely picking up the appropriate type. So I can see the level of detail that's needed for coding with the GitHub Copilot. We've got to be on top of what's happening in the code and to understand what it is that's being added. Like, I was wrong to refuse that last edit. If I hadn't intervened, most of that would have worked, but not all of it. We still had to modify .env to remove overriding variables for the app name. And by default, the design of this application wasn't super intelligent. I asked for a parameters file and parameter simplification, and what I got was an application whose name you could configure and whose port could be configured as well, but whose version could be configured from an env file. And that just doesn't make any sense to be able to change the version number from the environment file. The version of the application is an immutable value, I would hope. So we fixed that, and it requires us being present at this level with Copilot to fix that kind of stuff. So there's no free lunch here, I can see it, and there is so much free lunch. Look at all the boilerplate we got written. For an expert, this probably was like really easy to do, but for a newbie like me, who's maybe a little bit of an enthusiast, but really doesn't have the expertise, that was quick boilerplate. Right, do you guys see how much code we submitted here? So I'm actually gonna head over to GitHub, use AI to generate a commit here, refactor code structure for improved readability and maintainability. No, this is version 1, first running instance. Ready for development. Endpoints. Open. Heck yeah. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. Look at all the code. All right. Start a task with Copilot Coding Agent. Describe your task in natural language. It'll work in the background and open a pull request for my review. What? What? Actually, I'd like to learn more. It's just like a second person, and then I pull their requests in. Copilot Coding Agent is available with the GitHub Copilot Pro, which we have, Copilot Pro Plus, and Copilot Business, and GitHub Copilot Enterprise. It can fix bugs, implement incremental new features. Yeah, I don't think we're ready for this Copilot agent quite yet. We're still taking one step at a time as we create the base code. Once the base code is in place, I think future agents will have an easy time navigating an upgrade and adding features, because there's so much reference and so much source data for the AI to understand the context, and then from the context to execute on a standard set of coding actions for it to understand what it needs to do. I can mention at Copilot in my comments on existing pull requests to ask it to make changes. Oh my gosh. We're just going to bookmark this. That's wild. Man, we are just accelerating me as a developer here so much faster than I would have been on my own. It's wild. Wild. My goodness, what an exciting series of revelations. I just want to thank everybody who came out today to see this nonsense. That was epic. I'll be back to do this again. I love developing. BUILDNESDAY on Wednesdays here at 9 a.m. Pacific. Yes, I know I was actually here at 10:30 a.m., so maybe don't count on the 9 a.m., but I'm trying. We're trying a schedule. Hey, if I show up, I'm doing my best. We're going to try to remain consistent, and if I can't remain consistent, we'll change the times. But the goal here is to be consistent, and trust me, I'm thinking about streaming at 9 a.m. I'm just dealing with other things in my life as I try to squeeze this in. So thank you for coming by, and thanks for anyone in chat here who spent a little bit of time saying, hey, it was great to see you here today. Otherwise, I'll catch you on Friday for Factorio. Next Wednesday, not happening. Next Tuesday, not happening. I will not be here to stream. Instead, watch out for me on the Friday. It'll be this Friday, and then the next stream will be the next Friday. And I will see you there for Factorio Fridays. If I don't get swamped into Satisfactory, I think it's going to be Factorio. I started thinking about it again. I want to see it. Otherwise, keep on struggling. I enjoyed struggling today. Be your best self and try to make your posture change a couple times today. Just something physical to acknowledge that we need to relieve the tension and stress in our bodies in order to be practical and fundamentally more influential in our minds. So